how do you go about meeting new people? First of all, do you only date people that are polyamorous, or do you date people that are
I
out of that?
I have made a vow to myself that I prefer to only date polyamorous people.
Mm-hmm.
My last boyfriend, who I just broke up with in the beginning of October, he was monogamous.
Mm-hmm.
I introduced him to poly.
Mm-hmm.
We broke up in February for a short period of time because he started talking to a girl, and I said, "Does she know about me?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Okay. Why doesn't she know about me? We've been together for 8 months now."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Well, 8 months is not a long time for me to understand, to express poly." And I'm like, I think 8 months is plenty of time for somebody to understand and express poly.
Mm-hmm.
If you're telling me that you're in love with me and that you want to be with me long term, this is not something that's going to fly with me. I'm not to be hidden. Um, so I broke up with him so he can concentrate on her, and I gave him his complete freedom. And then, yeah, he ended up asking me back, so I took him back. And again, here I go. What was the original question? I'm terrible.
You can do it. You can do
Too
it.
many drugs,
You can do it. You
okay?
can do it. Dating.
So now I've made a vow that I will never date another monogamous person, and I really want to stay away from dating singles because he became very needy.
Uh-huh.
And it's to the point I'm in grad school. I have a husband. I
Falling off the
have
bed. Yeah.
2 kids. I've got this whole life that I've already built up, and then I've got him, who I try to provide as much attention to as possible, but it wasn't enough for him.
Mm.
And he started to get really needy. And when somebody gets really needy with me, I start to really withdraw.
Right.
So we were really separating, and I was pushing him away. And so, yeah, we ended on amicable terms. We're still really good friends. He's now got a girl who he's having issues with now because she doesn't give him all the attention that he's wanting. But these are just little insecurities and quirks he needs to work through.
Right.
But for me, yeah,
So you prefer
poly in relationships,
they gotta be poly and they have to be with someone.
preferably.
Okay.
Now, the guy that I'm dating now, he's married 19 years, and was just sprung last week that his wife wants a divorce. So here I am saying I want to date only people in relationships, and it started out that way.
Right.
And now here I am dating a guy who's single.
Yeah.
So he went from a relationship to single, and I'm like, well, isn't that ironic?
That is ironic. And do you see a change in like your dynamic with him? That was just last week, though, right?
That was just last week.
Okay, so
So
you may
we're,
not know.
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's something to pay attention to.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I've been very apprehensive. I've been very openly communicative with him too. I've been very apprehensive with getting into a relationship with him to begin with because so we started off as sexual. Well, we started off as friends. When we moved into sexual, and then he asked me to be something, more than that. And when he asked me, it was like the day after shit started to hit the fan. And so I was like,
Who shit?
when his wife decided
Okay.
that, so she's monogamish. She's not really poly. She started dating a guy and then realized that she's just not happy in her marriage and she doesn't want to be poly. She doesn't like the fact that the other guy dates other women. But anyway,
And he asked you out the day after.
no, like shortly before,
Oh, okay.
he was like, would you be interested in taking this relationship someplace else? And I was like, I would. Although I'm apprehensive. So I finally actually did a little soul searching with him the other night and confessed all my quirks that I've had getting into this relationship and developing feelings. I just got out of that relationship with D, and I was very apprehensive because I'm very cynical now. I've got an insecurity because D was so needy and telling me that he was needy that I wasn't able to provide enough for him. Now I have it in my head that I'm not going to be able to provide enough for other people.
Right.
So, I don't want to get into a relationship with somebody if I can't provide them what they need right now. I'm a busy person. Shit happens. So I expressed that, and he's okay with it. He's very busy himself. And then, yeah. If you need to answer your phone, you can.
I have no idea what's happening. People keep texting, making away.
So
So how do you meet people then?
I met him in OKC. I meet people in OKC.
Yes. Met you there.
I met you there.
Originally.
Yeah.
Just didn't actually meet you.
I didn't join OKC for dating, though. I just joined it because I was told that there was a large polyamory network.
Mm-hmm.
And holy shit, there is a large poly network on OKC, and I have made some incredible friends.
Cool.
So yeah, as for dating, I'm still getting used to that.
Do you like meet people at bars? Do you
Coffee
go to bars,
shops.
stuff like that? Well, not for a meeting, but when you go out, have you been like, hey, like, you meet someone out and about? And
I haven't done that yet.
probably because you're looking for someone that's poly and not single.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably.
So you are like poly meet and greets?
I do. We've got Podge here in St. Louis. I go to that monthly. I've developed a great friendship network through there. I've gone to Shameless Grounds has Polygamery night on Monday nights. I've met some poly people through there.
Polygamery.
Facebook, yeah. Facebook has a good poly resource and allows you to know who's local and poly. Gateway, I met a shit ton of people that are poly.
Damn near everyone.
Yeah, damn near everyone. And if they weren't, they were for the weekend.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think because I've seen the whole scene, I don't need that whole dating aspect. And at the time, I was dating somebody else, and I wasn't ready to develop anything with anybody new. And the people that I end up dating, it just ends up being not really accidents, but not expected. So I haven't actually put myself out there to date.
Right. It just kind of happens.
I let shit happen.
Yeah. And it's working for you, apparently.
It works great.
Cool. I know a few people that doesn't work for. Yeah. They have to like do something about it. Look at you. Spoiled.
Something like that.
Things just work out for you.